Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are talking about a technology that could totally change how we power, well, everything, from our cars to our homes, and get this, with zero emissions. We are talking about proton exchange fuel cells. I mean, think about it. What if you could power a car and the only thing coming out of the exhaust pipe was water? Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's not. It's the reality behind a device called the Proton Exchange Fuel Cell, or PEFC for short. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're gonna start with the big promise of these fuel cells. Then we'll actually take one apart to see how it ticks. After that, we'll get into the tricky bits, the challenges with water and heat, what you actually fuel them with, and finally, what's holding them back from being everywhere. All right, first up, the promise. So what's the big deal? Why is everyone so excited about these things? Let's dig into what makes these fuel cells so incredibly special. Okay, so check this out. The real magic here is that they're super efficient and they work at low temperatures. We're talking like 60 to 80 degrees Celsius. This means they can generate a ton of power, they start up way faster than other fuel cells, and they're actually simpler to put together. You can use them for cars with pure hydrogen or even adapt them for regular fuels. There's even a version, the DMFC, that could power your laptop or phone. That versatility is the key. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's actually build one of these things, right here, right now. Virtually, of course. To really get how it works, I want you to picture a kind of high-tech power sandwich. Yup, it's basically a 3-layer sandwich, and each layer has a super important, very specific job. You've got the heart, the spark, and the lungs. Let's look at each piece. So, at the very center of it all, you have the membrane. This is the heart of the operation. And it's this incredible material that acts like a super strict bouncer at a nightclub. It lets the protons, the good guys, walk right through. But the electrons? Nope. They get blocked, forced to take a detour. And that detour is what creates the electrical current we can use. And this isn't just some flimsy material. It's usually a polymer based on Teflon, something like DuPont's Nafion. But the really mind-blowing part? It's durability. We're talking lifetimes of over 50,000 hours in tests. Let that sink in. That's nearly 6 years of running non-stop. This proves it's not some fragile lab curiosity. This stuff is tough. It's built to last. Okay, so we've got the heart. Now we need the spark. That's the catalyst layer. It's this ultra-thin layer that's coated with tiny platinum particles. Its job is to kickstart the whole chemical reaction. It literally splits the hydrogen fuel into those protons and electrons, releasing all that energy. And this right here, this is a total game changer. Look, platinum is crazy expensive, right? Well, scientists have figured out how to slash the amount needed from about 4 milligrams per square centimeter down to less than 1 with the exact same performance. That is a massive, massive deal for making these things affordable enough for you and me. All right, let's put the bread on our power sandwich. The outer layers are the lungs. Think of it as this special porous fabric that's also conductive. It has to do a bunch of things at once. Let the fuel gas in, get the wastewater out, and conduct electricity. I mean, this one layer is a true multitasking marvel. It's the physical support for the cell, it's the gas diffuser, it's the electrical pathway for those electrons, and it's the plumbing that channels water away. It's usually made from a carbon-based fiber that's been treated to be hydrophobic, basically to repel water. Okay, so we've built our power sandwich. But, making it actually work reliably, well, that's where things get tricky. It's this super delicate balancing act, especially with water and heat. And this quote really nails it. The whole goal is to keep every part of the cell just wet enough, but not too wet. See that membrane we talked about, the heart? It has to stay hydrated to work. But if you get too much water in there, it's like a flooded engine. The whole thing just stops. It's the ultimate Goldilocks problem. Not too dry, not too wet, but just right. So the engineers working on this stuff are basically water wizards. They have to perfectly manage how water moves around inside the cell, balancing what's dragged along with the protons, what diffuses back, and what's in the fuel itself, all to keep it in that perfect sweet spot for peak performance. All right, so let's say you've done it. You built the perfect cell, you figured out the water management. Now what? What do you actually fuel it with? Well, you've got a couple of big options here. On one hand, you can go with a direct hydrogen system. Super simple, super clean. The challenge? You need a whole new infrastructure for storing and delivering pure hydrogen. On the other hand, there's the reformer-based system. This is pretty clever. It takes conventional fuels like natural gas and has a little chemical plant on board that converts it into hydrogen. It's more complex, and you have to worry about impurities poisoning the catalyst, but it uses fuel we already have. But then there's this really cool variation called the direct methanol fuel cell, or DMFC. This is a special kind of PEFC that runs directly on liquid methanol. Now, why is that a big deal? Imagine instead of your laptop battery lasting a few hours, you pop in a small cartridge of methanol and it runs for days. That's the kind of potential we're talking about for portable electronics.
Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? Clean, efficient, versatile. So the big question is, why isn't my car a fuel cell car? Why isn't my house powered by one of these? Let's talk about the real-world challenges of getting this out of the lab and onto the road. When it comes to cars, the tech absolutely works. Dozens of car makers have built concept cars that prove it. But, and it's a big but, there are some major hurdles. First, you've got to bring the cost, the size, and the weight way down. Second, they need to be even more durable and reliable. Third, your car has to start whether it's minus 20 degrees or 110 in the shade. And of course, the big one, we need to build a whole hydrogen fueling infrastructure from scratch. The goal is to tackle all of this within the next decade. Now, for stationary power, think of a small, clean power plant for an office building or a hospital. It's a whole different ballgame. Here, the technology is already showing incredible promise. There are demonstration systems that have proven they can run for 8,000 hours straight. That's almost a full year of continuous operation. And check out these efficiency numbers, because this is huge. Just for electricity, you're looking at 25 to 32% efficiency, which is, pretty good. But the real kicker is when you use the waste heat. If you use that heat to, say, warm up the building's water supply, the total system efficiency can jump all the way up to 80%. That is just incredible. So, that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Are fuel cells the perfect solution we've been waiting for? Or is that future still just a little bit out of reach? We have this technology that has the potential to literally change our world. All the pieces are on the table. The real challenge now is figuring out how to put that puzzle together, not just in a lab, but on a global scale.